The boy was surprised to find that his cousin, who had the perfect looks and body, was willing to serve his paralyzed grandfather. She didn't complain even if she had to work hard every day. At first, the boy laughed at her for being stupid enough to serve an old man who might die at any time. Soon after his death, his cousin inherited his grandpa's villa worth millions. But he, as the eldest grandson, only got a worthless silver jewelry. At that moment, he realized that his cousin was the smartest one. What the elderly need most is companionship and care. Whoever gives them that will get the most in return. At the same time, a shameful thought occurred to him. Grandma had recently been diagnosed with a terminal illness. The doctors said she had only a year to live. Jack decided to replicate his cousin's path to riches. So early the next morning, he arrived at his grandmother's house. But instead of rushing in, he took a picture of the house. Then he put it up for sale on the internet. In his mind, his grandmother's old house seemed to be his own. When Grandma found out, Jack just said he missed him. But Grandma knew exactly what they were up to. Even so, she invited her grandson into the house. Jack took out the packaged beef noodles. But Jack didn't know that Grandma hadn't eaten beef for decades. When he saw that she wanted to make tea to worship the gods, he fought to make it. But in order to save time, he heated the tea water in the microwave. When Grandma found out, she kicked her grandson out. Grandma would rather be alone than accept this fake care. But Jack didn't want to give up. That night, he went to his cousin to find out why Grandpa had given her all his money. And the cousin made no bones about the fact that what old people need is companionship. She asked Jack what he could smell on his grandmother. Jack said she smelled like an old man. She said he'd be successful when he couldn't smell it anymore. The cousin's words were a revelation to Jack. He thought that helping his grandmother with the water and chatting was companionship. At that moment, he realized that true companionship was not about visiting occasionally, but about watching over her day in and day out. So the next day he packed his bags. He even sold his favorite computer and moved directly to Grandma's house. With the money from the sale of his computer, he bought Grandma a lot of gifts and even gave her a red packet. But Grandma wasn't stupid. She knew exactly what kind of person her grandson was. Not long ago, during the Qingming festival, everyone else was busy worshipping their ancestors, but he was just playing games. Thinking about this, Grandma couldn't help but question his motives. In the face of her questioning, Jack realized that there was no point in trying to hide it, so he told her about his illness. He explained that he just wanted to spend more time with Grandma while she was still alive. Grandma knew in her heart that her grandson had another agenda, but she chose to let him stay when she realized her days were numbered. After all, what he feared most was never death itself. It was dying alone without a companion. The next morning came. Jack's alarm went off and on, but she turned it off and on. By the time he got to his grandmother's stall, she was ready to close. He had to go back with her. Halfway there, she saw her old friend. He had just come back from the hospital yesterday, although both of them had terminal cancer. But their conversation was very relaxed. After all, at their age, they've seen the world through. After talking to her friend, Grandma went to the bank. Every once in a while, she would come here to deposit money. The money had been saved from her daily kanji sales. Jack wanted to go in with her, but she refused. A few days later, Jack's mother came to Grandma's house early in the morning. As soon as she arrived, she couldn't help complaining.